I find a lot of people ask the question, how do I deal with negativity? How do I deal with negative people around me? Now, first of all, I want to raise your awareness to you cannot change anybody. There's a quote or an expression, quite an old one, you can take a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. Now, everybody, you and everybody else is on their own journey. They are on their own path. And you'll see in some of my previous videos, I've shared about what is right or wrong. We just have a different way of doing things. Now, as we grow, as we develop, as we start to become more confident, have strength within ourselves, start working on being the best version of ourselves and understand that human beings thrive on growth. More often than not, when we start this journey, as some of you are, you want to force these skills and force this knowledge onto other people because you know how much of a difference it can make. Now, especially when I first got qualified in coaching and mentoring, that is all I wanted to do, especially with those close to me. But understand this, it is not for us to change anybody. It really, truly is not our job. If they reach out, if they ask for help, if they want advice, then yes, guide, share, care. That rhymes and I didn't even know it. Guide, be there for them. Share in those moments the steps or the tools that you know of and that are all over this channel to help them find that happiness and that strength within themselves. But you cannot force anybody to change. And so that is massively lesson number one on dealing with negative people around you. The second, monitor your time. By the way, I think I even forgot to say hello. So those of you that don't watch this channel normally, hello. I am Harriet Bratt, an absolute pleasure to be here serving so that we can rise together. Now, where was I? Second, monitor the time that you spend with these people. Quite often we hear you say, or not you, but people say, stay away from negative people, cut them out of your life. But I don't actually believe in this because we can learn from everybody. And if we cut out all the negative people, how do they get that chance to grow? How do they get that chance to step into their power as well? But do monitor the amount of time that you are spending with these individuals. And when that's friends and family, it can sometimes feel quite difficult. I found this really challenging at first, but since taking the time to monitor who I am spending time with and to be absolutely certain that I am spending more time with people who lift me up, who believe in me, who are excited about the goals, dreams, and ideas that I have, who support me in them, who share resources to help me be able to achieve them. And I'm very, very careful to monitor that time. And I advise you too. I received from an amazing guy that watches this channel. He's a warrior, an absolute star. And part of the reason I'm making this video is for him. But I wanted to do it as a YouTube video so that everybody could take value from this. Because whether we know it or not, whether we are aware at this stage or not, who we surround ourselves with has a massive effect on what we do, how we think, what our actions are. You may well have heard the quote that says, you become the people that you surround yourself with. And it is so true. So monitor the time that you are spending with people. And then last but not least, numero trois. Number 3 is I got so into the moment of announcing number 3, I've forgotten. Of course I haven't. Stay in your lane. Focus on your journey and be the difference that you want to make. More often than not, you'll find, and I want to use an example here, my mum. I love my mum. She is so beautiful, but we are both very strong and I used to be very opinionated and therefore, we would clash at times. And it got to the point that we would actually just be bickering a lot of the time when we were together. Silly little bickering conversations. I wouldn't so much call them arguments, but just little silly bickerings and always wanting and having to be right. And when I started to find out about these different ways of approach, about being kind, not being right, slowly but surely, as I started to practice this and just implement it into my life, the relationship with my mum started to change, because no longer would I engage in negative conversation. No longer would I engage in a mini argument or the need to be right in that situation. I was quite at peace being able to let go and say, yeah, that's okay, no worries. Thank you for your advice, or thank you for that opinion. I'm not so sure myself, but we'll just agree to disagree. It's all cool. Or something along those lines. Just being able to neutralize it without feeling the need for change or for them to hear me now. And so often that's what we try to do. We try to get everybody to come into our outcome and to see things the way that we do. But that's not always going to happen. We are individual human beings. We are in this existence to be unique, to be ourselves. However, along that journey, along that path, we have had so much conditioning into the way we behave. Everything that we do is from conditioning and previous behaviors, from our DNA inside of us. But we do have ways of stepping in and reprogramming that mind to become what you feel truly content with, to be confident inside your own skin. And yes, it takes time. The decision happens in a moment. The change takes time. But focus on your lane, on your journey. Whatever you're learning in, whatever you're growing, listen to something each and every single day that can make you happier, that can give you access to knowledge that supports you on this journey. There is no coincidence that some of the happiest and most successful people in this world read every single day. Every single day. I can't remember now what they shared, but I can't remember the number. I think it's Warren Buffett, and he's in his 70s, and he still reads something like 500 pages a day. Knowledge, well, I nearly said it then. I was about to say knowledge is power. It is, but this trumps it. Implemented knowledge is power. So stay in your lane, focus on your journey, and be the change that you want to see in your surroundings. Be the difference that you want to make. And you'll be surprised at how in time that ripples out to those around you. So guys, that is it on today's video. I just wanted to share with you a few ways on how you can deal with negativity. Be able to change your focus. And guys, always here's some extra tips for you. Always have some anchors. What do I mean by anchors? I mean a YouTube video, a song, a position with your body that you stand in that creates a positive vibe within your soul, within your mind. It changes your focus onto something good rather than being sucked into what potentially can be negative around you. Guard your mind. The quality of your communication with yourself and the quality of your communication with those around you will determine the quality of your life. So it is very important to monitor your time and focus on your journey. Stay in your lane, your journey, and don't try and force change. Just be that change. Okay, this actually is it now. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to comment in the box below where you are watching this from and what you would like a video made about. This channel is entirely to be able to serve, to help and facilitate a space where everybody can step into their personal power, can find happiness within, and can therefore get whatever results they want in their external world. It is all about rising together. So pop that in the comments below. Let me know what you want a video on. Type the 3 tips that I shared with you in this video. Type that below. Why? Because it instills the learning. You are much more likely to retain and therefore implement the information. Otherwise, guys, I will see you on tomorrow's video. Why? Because I am committed to making daily videos of motivation, inspiration, and education so that, as I said earlier, we can rise together.